Okay, for this video, I'm going to show you on how to navigate Blender environment. Okay, so this is the default view for the Blender. So I have a cube in here. Alright, so basically for the 3D environment, we can rotate, we can do panning, and also we can zoom in, zoom out of our environment. So panning is to move the object to the left, right. Okay, so to perform this action, what you need to do is you need to press shift on your keyboard, and together with the press the middle mouse button in on your mouse. Okay, so and then you click, drag, you can move and move around lah, so that you can pan the environment. Okay, the second one is to rotate the environment. So to rotate, by clicking middle mouse button and move your mouse, right? And the last one is to zoom in, zoom out the environment, so by scrolling the scroll button. Okay, so that you can clearly see the object. Okay, so that's the basic three navigation on the 3D environment. Okay, and the next one is to control this object. Okay, so basically for the 3D object, we can move the object to one position to another position. Okay, so you can move the object by okay, the first one is of course you need to select the object. Okay, to select the object in Blender, you can right click on your mouse. Okay, so you right click in here, so then you can see the orange outline, so means that that object is being selected. Okay, so for example, I have this camera, so if I right click, so this is I'm now selecting the camera, and you can verify with this one or on the outliner. Okay, so for this small circle, okay, so this is, we call it as a 3D cursor. Okay, alright, so how to move any object. Okay, so you can move by click and drag the axis. Okay, you can see the green, the red, and also the blue axis. So basically this is your reference. Okay, so basically for the red is referring to the x-axis. You can click and drag to move along to the x-axis, and for the green line is the y-axis, and for the third one is the z-axis. Okay, so other than that, you can use the shortcut key. You can press G on your keyboard. Okay, when you press G is for grab. Okay, when you press G one time, so then you can move your object. Alright, once you move, you can move your cursor, your mouse, and the object will follow. Okay, so other than that, if you want to move the object in the certain axis, alright, x, so you can press G followed by the axis. So for example, G and then Z. Okay, so then I can move the object to the Z axis. Right, same goes if you want to move the object at the y-axis, and you can enter the amounts. Okay, so for example, G on your keyboard followed by Y. Okay, and then you can enter the value. So for example, 3, 0. Okay, it's far away basically, and you can undo. Alright, so or you can press G followed by Z and then 5. Okay, so then the object will move to the z-axis at the 5 point. All right, so that one is to move the object. Okay, so other than that, you can see at the bottom here, this is the axis lah, which you can, when you click this one, this is the arrow, okay, which you can see the all the arrow with the green or the red, and also the green, red and blue. Okay, and the third one is you can reset back by put everything 0 in here. Okay, so we're back to the origin position, 0 0 0. Okay, so for the second one is the rotation. So you can activate the rotation by clicking this icon, the second one, and you can see all the circle, and you can click and drag based on the circle. Okay, so this one is the Z, and if you click on the green, or you can press R and you can move your mouse and the object will follow. Alright, so other than that, you can specify, you can give the specific orientation for this at one axis, for example. So you can press R followed by X and 45. Okay, so press enter. Okay, so again R, I repeat, and then followed by which axis that you want to rotate. So for example, this one is an X. Okay, you can see the red line. Okay, and then you can insert, you can key in the value. Okay, so for example 90. Okay, and then you press enter. Okay, so that one is for the to change the object orientation. And the third one is to scale the object. Okay, scale means that you can resize the object size, either you want to scale up or scale down. All right, so you can use this the third icon here. Okay, so this one is the scale, or and then you can see the small box in here, so you can click and drag. Okay, or you can click on the translate icon and you can press S. Okay, when you press S, you can see the arrow with the dash line, and you can drag your you can move your mouse. Okay, the object will follow lah. If you want to reduce the size, means that you need to drag the mouse toward the object. Okay, and for if you want to make the object bigger, so you can drag to the not toward the vice the object. All right, so other than that, the same technique also, you can press S followed by the axis. So for example, Z and 4. Okay, and press enter. So this is the output. All right, so or if you want to reduce the size, you can press S again, Z and -3. Oops. Okay, sorry. Okay, S, X and 1. Alright. Okay, or if you want to change to the original size, you can put 1 1 1, not 0 0 0. 1 is the default size. Alright, enter. Okay, so other than that, you can see this grid line. Okay, so that one is to how to move the object, rotate the object, and also to scale the object. So other than that, you can change the object perspective. Okay, by clicking on the view menu in here. So as you can see, this one we have a camera. left, right, back, front, bottom, and also the camera. So you can change the viewpoint based on your preference. Okay, so for example, if I want to change to front view, okay, just click this one. Alright, so you can see this is the front perspective, which you can see the angle of the viewpoint. Okay, so basically you can change either perspective from perspective to ortho. Okay, so this is the ortho view. Okay, so other than that, you can use the shortcut key in here lah. Okay, so for example, if you want to turn the object to the right, okay, you just simply press the numpad 3. Okay, and if you want to change the view either from perspective to ortho or ortho to perspective, you just press numpad 5. Okay, so you can press 1 Fn numpad 1. Okay, so this one is the front, numpad 3, so for the right, or if you want to change to perspective, so numpad 5. And for the top view is the numpad 7. And okay, so for the bottom is a control numpad 7. Okay, you need to press control and then numpad 7. Okay, so that's all for the on how to transform the object. Okay, to change the object orientation and also to scale up, and on how to change the perspective, the viewpoint of the object. Okay.